Disclaimer: everything that is discussed, posted is strictly for educational and historical purposes only. It does not promote nor condone illegal activities. GRCH Southernmen's Fox 7XW ROM, bred by DT from GRCH Pogi and Tuk Tuk, a Nigerian Red Devil. GRCH Fox began his career as a pet bull. Boogie and Jack acquired him and Gergulio from Dan. They gave Fox to Albert, who, although a fancier, did not have the time to put a dog in shape. So Fox, formerly called Max, was brought up to be a guard dog, although he did not have any inclination to be one. When the invitation to join in a role in Pampanga came, Boogie borrowed Fox from Albert so that Arnold could try his hand at handling pit bulls. En route to Pampanga, the group made a stop over Inju's place in due north, where they were informed that the role in Pampanga was cancelled. Of course, they believed this, being naive neophytes in the very intrigue-filled world of pit bulls. So, to make the best of a depressing situation, they agreed to roll their dogs Albert's Fox and Charlie's Diesel, weighing an average of 41 pounds and less than 2 years old. With the dogs of Jay, they were shocked when they saw his dogs. He had ordered his men to bring out Dozer, Pale Rider and Sniper, all matured behemoths at least 50 pounds or more. Unable to believe that this was happening, Boogie jokingly asked Jay, "Pair, walla ka bang dinosaur na lalabas Diane." Being his first time out, Fox did not expect what was coming to him and was immediately bowled over and pinned down by Sniper. He suffered a few seconds of beating from the bigger dog before he figured out his opponent's style. He was able to get the upper hand in a number of instances. When he was finally getting his groove, DT arrived and was surprised that there was a roll already going on the street, despite the fact that the roll in Pampanga wasn't really cancelled. He then told the group to break up the two dogs. Arnold didn't get to roll Fox in Pampanga that day, but that incident at the hands of Sniper seemed to leave Fox wanting for more. Albert was so happy that Fox apparently put up a good fight against a bigger and worthy opponent that he decided to give Fox to JT, but since Boogie already gave him Slit, Joe turned down Albert's offer and suggested that he give Fox to Arnold instead. Arnold was wary of Fox at first since he had a kid and did not want unknown adult dogs in his house. Boogie convinced him to accept Fox, and that is when it all began. Southernmen's Fox vs. Rommel's Billy, 44 pounds, now officially named Fox by Arnold, his new owner. Fox was rolled against Charlie's Diesel and then was used in 3-dogging Joe's Slit under a noonday sun, literally off the chain. After that, Fox was hooked for a match against Rommel's Billy off Fat Bill's 2 eyes at 44 pounds. Scheduled for March 29, 1997. Everybody was expecting Fox to lose his first fight since everybody knew of Billy's lineage. Billy was a dog to be feared, a hard-biting, high-ability imported dog. Arnold still went ahead with Fox's training despite the death of his father, with everybody helping out in any way they can. Fox went into the fight 2 pounds lighter than Billy. He showed a big heart by refusing to be dominated by the hard-biting brindle. And so, after 41 minutes and 6 heart-stopping scratches each, Fox scratched out of his corner like a bat from hell, while Billy did not complete his own. And to make it even sweeter, Fox went on to complete a convincing courtesy scratch. This marked the beginning of the legend that is Fox. Southernmen's Fox vs. Pampanga Leets Conan, 43 pounds. His second match was on July 1997 against Alan G's Conan on XW Buckskin off him and M's Jughead X Wildside's Thelma Lou Phil Rom. Conan had recently won a convincing match against Carl's Dagger, showing good ability, a punishing mouth and superior wind. About 2 weeks later, Alan called Arnold, wanting to get their dogs hooked up. They were evenly matched at 43 pounds, with Conan being the taller and longer of the two. The action was fast and furious as both dogs tried to outmaneuver each other. Fox was the first to get a leg hold, which did damage. Conan retaliated by rooting into the chest that shook Fox off his feet. Both are in the best of shape and evenly matched. They took turns being the bottom dog, with Fox slightly ahead by a nose. After 25 minutes, the pace slows down a bit and both dogs try to catch their breath. The 30 minutes mark shows Fox working on a downed dog, but as Fox momentarily takes his eyes off the downed buckskin, Conan grabs the front end and shakes so vigorously that Fox was taken by surprise. Fox rolled with the punches and gets a leg of his own, doing even more damage. After 40 minutes and 2 scratches each, Conan was rendered helpless and was unable to continue. Thus began an intense rivalry between the Southernmen and Allen's group. Southern Men's Fox vs. Stupid Kennel and Moan Cabe's Bully 42 LBS. In September 1997, Fox was matched against Bully, a littermate of GRCH Pogi, his sire. This was a fight that was not supposed to happen since Arnold did not want to compete against a dog with practically the same bloodline as his, since it would not prove anything. Apparently, after the fight did not push through, Moan-C sold his dog to Stupid Ron, after which Ron challenged Fox to a match with his new dog, Bully. He did not inform Arnold though who his dog really was, except that it was a 42-pound buckskin. At this point, Arnold decided to call up Moan-C to set up the match of Fox with Bully. He was not informed that the dog had already been sold, but was told instead by Moan that he had no time to condition his dog. So, in his eagerness to have a fight, Arnold accepted Stupid Ron's challenge even though he did not have any idea who his dog was going up against. It was only a few weeks before the scheduled match that he learned of the true identity of the dog. But this did not deter him from going through with the match, since this was what he wanted all along. In fact, he used this as an inspiration to train Fox even better. And Fox was indeed in the best possible condition ever. This was a highly anticipated match that brought out many supporters of Bully eager to watch him destroy this upstart. On the referee's command to release, Fox immediately shoots for the leg, Bully sidesteps and rides the head. The crowd goes wild. Fox puts out the fire by grabbing the throat and slamming Bully on the floor. Bully gets up and Fox talently leads him across the pit. Bully protests loud, giving away his frustration. Fox welcomes this by shooting for the stifle, alternating with the brisket area. Amusingly, someone in the crowd yells, "Don't worry, Bully's just getting warmed up." After 15 minutes of warm-up, Bully begins a stumbling scratch, only to be met by Fox halfway through, ramming him into the corner. At the 20-minute mark, Fox was now taking apart this dog that was supposed to stop him. After 22 minutes, Bully was rendered helpless and unable to scratch. Champ Fox became the only second dog to become a Philippine champion, and in a record time of less than a year, considering that there were no quarterly conventions at that time. Southern Men's GR CH Fox vs. Pampanga Elites Banong 45 pounds. It was the December 1998 convention and Fox was going for his fourth win. This time we had to travel all the way to their turf in Pampanga. The weight is contracted at 45 pounds. The dog we're up against is a natural 45 pounds, a destroyer that stopped all his opponents in short order. This dog goes by the name of Banong. Banong was a littermate of our CH Bama, and knowing Bama, we're expecting an all-out war against this formidable foe. Fox didn't take the keep well. A few weeks before the match he was diagnosed with bubesia and an enlarged liver. At that time, we knew very little about this disease and forfeit was not an option. We knew more or less Fox's caliber as a pit artist that we decided to go on with the match. Eventually, Fox came right on weight, a plump 45 pounds, while Banong came in at 45 pounds of muscle and sinew. On release, Fox is immediately bowled over as Banong shoots for the shoulder. It's clear that Banong won't take any prisoners. It's all offense with shoulder and stifle holds. The smaller Fox is quickly put on the receiving end as Banong digs deep into his bloated belly, making him writhe in pain. Arnold has a momentary look of concern, but Fox immediately counters by clamping on the stifle, making Banong lose his hold. Fox seemed to sense that Banong can hurt him and uses all his strength to keep him off, only letting go for a better hold. At the half-hour mark, Banong is still doing the driving and Arnold tries to get a handle by calling a turn on Fox. Fox scratches like a bullet. At the hour mark, Banong is beginning to lose his mouth but continues to scratch straight and true. Fox now sees his opportunity and buries his head deep into the brisket, shaking Banong off his feet. Fox continues to turn up the heat as he meets Banong halfway through his scratches until 110, when Banong wasn't able to beat the count, making CH Fox A4XW. Banong was later purchased by Joshua and campaigned by the Southernmen. He went on to win one more time, beating East Block's 1XW a wrap, but that's another story. Southern Men's CH Fox vs. Popeye's Bruno 45 pounds. It was March 1999 that CH Fox was again hooked for his grand championship. This time an unknown pedigree dog from Baguio was the challenger, Popeye's Bruno. The match was again contracted at 45 pounds to accommodate their challenge. It's no secret that this dog destroyed many good dogs in rolls. If this qualifies him to be the meanest and baddest 41 to 45 IB dog around, then he's just the dog we are looking for. It was a hot and very humid night in Tarlac, and Fox weighed in at 42 pounds against Bruno's 45. At the send-off, Fox immediately tried to barnstorm Bruno but got his head chewed in the process by the bigger dog. Bruno proved to be a very good head dog, making Fox work hard for his holds. 15 minutes of swapping and both dogs are still on their feet as Bruno continues to clamp down the side of the head of Fox, making him bleed heavily. Bruno to scratch and Fox meets him halfway, pummeling him backwards. Fox has him in the corner and stays glued to the stifle. Fox is in a blur as he shifts from stifle to throat, shaking the hold for what it's worth. After several more scratches, Bruno is offering no resistance and takes the count in 22 minutes. GRCH Fox becomes the second fill GRCH, after GRCH Pogi, his sire. SOUTHERNME'S GRCH Fox vs Pampanga Elites Bichu 43 pounds. September 1999. GRCH Fox against another dog from Pampanga, Toys Bitu. A black and rangy son of lone warriors CH Black Bart Jr. The weight was set at 43 pounds, with Fox again giving up a pound. At the send-off, Fox immediately does the barnstorming, but Bichu was quicker and has a terrible mouth. Bichu gets the leg and does severe damage. After a few more minutes, Fox gets tagged on the shoulder and was now getting roughed up. He uses his skill by countering with his own, digging deep into the stifle. This didn't slow down the black dog as it continued its relentless assault. After 20 minutes, Bichu has built a big lead with Fox on 3 wheels and springing all sorts of leaks. Fox now changes tactics and goes for the muzzle. While on his back, he clamps down hard and hits a bleeder. This seemed to slow down the black dog and he makes a turn, after several minutes of standstill. Arnold makes a handle, Bichu makes a game scratch. It's now Fox's turn to put pressure on Bichu. He does by catching him in the corner before he can even make a step. Bichu tries to counter but Fox sticks to him like glue. After making 6 game scratches, Bichu has had enough and takes the count at 37 minutes and 56 seconds. GRCH Fox receives a Gamest in Show award. SOUTHERNME'S GRCH Fox vs East Block's Bugle 40 for LBS. After only 3 months, GRCH Fox is again hooked for his 7th at 44 pounds. Against East Block's Bugle, a hard-biting 1XW Balio Chinaman cross from Arce's breeding. Fight night, Bugle weighed in a pound heavier as we thought their strategy would be. Not wanting to get denied the match, we collected the forfeit and went ahead as planned even though Fox was still plagued with recurring bouts of babesia and liver problems during the keep. Fox, a dog that had to be killed in order to be stopped, came in at 44 with less muscle tone than usual. Bugle looked like a lean, mean fighting machine at 45 pounds. The venue was packed to the rafters in anticipation of the upset that was coming. A game, high-ability dog against a pit destroyer. At the release, Bugle had exactly kill in mind as they met in the pit. Bugle is all business as he dictates the pace, doing heavy damage on the front and back end. Fox stands his ground but was quickly put back on the receiving end by the bigger dog. The crowd goes crazy, sensing a kill. Fox was all heart as he kept his composure, never making a bad sign. Meanwhile, Arnold knows deep inside the possibility of a pickup if the match gets ugly. Fox must finish within an hour or get picked up to save his life. In this weakened state, Fox bided his time and weathered the storm, fighting on his back and holding Bugle off long enough to get good holds of his own. At the half-hour mark, they were fighting mouth-to-mouth with Fox having the better hold. Fox clamped down on Bugle and shook the hold for what it's worth, puncturing the palate. The area is immediately filled with blood, making Bugle fight for air. Fox, sensing Bugle's hesitation, pours on the heat. It's now a different ball game as Bugle hesitates on his second scratch. The crowd was dead silent. When the time came to separate the Bulldogs from the Curs, Fox stood victorious after 38 minutes. After the match, GRCH Fox was retired for stud as well as for health reasons. His hard-fought battles coupled with not enough recovery time eventually took its toll. The result is him not being 100% in his last 3 matches. GRCH Fox's real pit weight is 41 pounds, which goes to disprove the old saying, any good big dog can whoop any good little dog anytime. GRCH Fox was always open for all takers and we never picked any matches. We are here to prove our dog's worth by going up against the best, and by so doing we can say that he truly deserves the title Grand Champion. The contents herein are purely fictional and are for entertainment purposes only. Well, there you have it, folks, the story of Southern Men's Grand Champion Fox 7XW ROM.